Hey, what's going on, guys? It's LuceyGoosey or Kyle, and welcome to our Week 11 match of the UPL. This is the last week of the UPL. This match means everything for us. If we win it, we make the playoffs. If we don't win it, then we're probably not going to make the playoffs. There's 3 people behind us, or actually, I believe 2 people behind us. Let me think. Yeah, 2 people behind us that can possibly make playoffs. Buff is not one of them, but he is in our division. There is the Tampa Bay Tokatics, who we beat 1-0 in Week 1 of the season, and there is the Pittsburgh Reggie Steelers, who beat us, I believe, 2-0 earlier in the season. I don't remember what week, maybe Week 5. They are both 1 game behind us, so if we lose this match and they win and then beat us in differential, then we will not make the playoffs. So, right now, I believe we are sitting at a +4 or +6 differential, and I believe Byron, who's the Reggie Steelers, is sitting at a +4 differential, and Mandy is sitting, the Tampa Bay Tokatics are sitting at a +2 differential. So, if we lose 1-0, actually, we're at a +7 differential right now. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so, if we lose 1-0, we'll be at a +6 differential. If we lose, 2-0, then we cannot possibly make playoffs. So, either we lose 1-0 and Byron loses, or I guess if we lose 2-0 and they both lose, then it doesn't matter. But basically, it's a bunch of differential stuff. I'll let you guys know at the end. Basically, we're going to watch my match, and then I'll let you guys know how the other matches went, whether or not we made playoffs. This is Buff's team, though. He's going to try as hard as he can to beat me this week. We weren't going to do a meme match or anything because it did have playoff implications. So he has Tapu Koko, Blissey, Roserade, Machamp, Noivern, Dusclops, Mega Blastoise, Tornadus, Goodra, Mudsdale, and Malamar. So, he actually made a lot of free agent transactions at the end of the season. I believe he had Weavile at one point, and he might have traded Weavile or dropped it for Tornadus. He traded his something, I don't remember what he traded away for Noivern, and then he traded Mega Gardevoir away for Mega Blastoise. So, we just had to face a Blastoise last week, and now we're going to face it again, and we had a bunch of problems against it last week. Anyways, we're going to get into our team right here. Very stressful game for me. I've decided I'm just going to bring bulk because I could not beat this team with just straight offense. At least I didn't think I could. So I didn't bring Infernape or anything like that. I just wanted to bring Pokemon I could rely on. And Raichu was the first one that came to mind. I believe it was in the P4G that I saw this. Yeah, the P4G. Leo, coach of the... Oh, what's his team name? I can't even remember his team name. Anyways, Leo in the P4G brought a Wish Protect Raichu against A-Drive to stop Tapu Koko, and I figured that's actually a pretty good set. Plus, Thunderbolt's going to be doing a lot to an offensive Mega Blastoise, about 50%. He's got the Tornadus that it hits, and he's got a couple of other things that it will do some damage on, and the things that it can't hit, I can Toxic. Of course, Roserade is a pretty good counter to the set, but that's okay. I don't think he's bringing Roserade as it is, just because Infernape already rips through a lot of his team. Another thing I noticed that Mega Glalie rips through his team as well. Yeah, I know that Infernape could have had a good matchup in this match, but I decided I wasn't going to go that route. We are going to bring Mega Glalie, though, because Mega Glalie does have a really good matchup against his team. Frustration, Ice Shard, Crunch, Freeze Dry. I bring 4 moves on this set because it's just so important. We have max speed, or not max speed, but a lot of speed. I believe we outspeed everything on his team, barring, or except for Noivern, Tapu Koko, and I believe that's it. Everything else is under our speed, as well as Tornadus outspeeds us. So I believe we hit the Roserade mark to outspeed, maybe. Of course, right now, the speed you're seeing is at base 80 because he's not Mega Evolved yet. So at base 100, I believe we outspeed Roserade. Basically, Frustration plus Ice Shard plus Crunch does hit all of his team. The Crunch is just there for Dusclops in case he brings a Fizz Dusclops. The Freeze Dry is there to hit the Mega Blastoise. I really don't want to have to hit the Mega Blastoise. I want to kill it with other things. But if we can get up, if we can just get up something, if we can get him in on a free switch against something like Tornadus, something like that, we can get off a huge frustration on something. Obviously, we hit Blissey really hard. We hit the Mudsdale pretty hard. We hit the Goodra really hard. So it's just like his whole team gets ripped apart by this Glalie. Unfortunately, we just don't have the speed to bring this week. Alright, so the next Pokemon that we're going to be bringing is going to be our Alicia Keys. Alicia is honestly has been one of our best players. Thunder Wave, Spikes, Light Screen, Psyshock. So I have the Light Screen right there in case Tapu Koko is gonna maybe late game sweep or Mega Blastoise or Tornadus. I think I was saying Thundurus earlier. I meant Tornadus or Goodra. Like, he has a lot of special Pokemon, so I didn't bring the Reflect. I just brought Light Screen. I brought Spikes because Hazard stacking against his team can be really good. He has a few ways of Hazard removal with, like, Defog on Noivern, I believe it gets. I don't even know if it does, but Rapid Spin on Mega Blastoise, obviously. I've got Side Shock right there to hit his the Roserade, because if he does bring it, this is honestly my only real way to deal with Roserade. And Side Shock is also there to hit the Machamp, because I actually do think Machamp is going to come. That priority Mach Punch or Bullet Punch or whatever it gets will do a lot to my Ice type, so I believe that is going to come, and so Side Shock can be handy for that. And then Thunder Wave just to slow things down. Obviously, there's a couple things on his team that outspeed the Mega Glalie, and I wanted to slow some things down like the Noivern, so that I can deal with it a little bit better in this match. Next Pokemon we're going to be bringing is going to be Gliscor. So Malfoy's coming again. Taunt, Roost, Knockoff, Earthquake. So another kind of like stall set, or stall breaker set. So Taunt just to prevent hazards such as, you know, if he brings Stealth Rocks. Does he have a Stealth Rocker? I don't believe he has a Stealth Rocker. But the Spikes and the Toxic Spikes from Roserade, as well as like preventing the Blissey from soft boiling up. Oh, Blissey's a Stealth Rocker. But to prevent that thing from setting up hazards or you know, soft boiling. And then a couple of other things that maybe will go for a move. Also like Trick Room on Dusclops or Malamar if he brings them. Knockoff, just get rid of items in case he's running a Choice Scarfer. I can get rid of that. The Earthquake obviously there to hit Tapu Koko. If he brings the HP Ice, we can definitely live it. As you guys can see, we have some bulk investment and some defense investment as well. Kind of our main answer to Machamp if Klefki somehow goes down in this match, and as well as obviously if he brings Mudsdale, it's not going to be really able to touch us. Next Pokemon we're going to be bringing is Vaporeon, another nice set right here. Max HP almost, and some Spadef investment, some regular defense investment, and then some speed to outspeed, I believe, Goodra, with no speed investment. We have Ice Beam, Wish, Scald, Protect. So Wish, Protect, and Ice Beam, Scald to hit things. The Ice Beam will be able to hit things like Noivern, the Goodra, and the Tornadus, and the Scald will be able to hit a couple of other things just to do some damage, maybe get some burns, and as well as Wish Protect. So 2 Pokemon with Wish Protect. I know it's going to be really important just to keep Pokemon healthy in this match, especially Mega Glalie. That's why I have 2 of them, because Raichu and Vaporeon both can Wish Protect up on different things. And the last Pokemon we're bringing this week is going to be our Mew. Enigma is coming once more. Z Hypnosis. I think it can beat his team if we get the Z Hypnosis off and we start Calm Minding up. Like I said, he doesn't really have too many ways to deal with, you know, he has a lot of special attackers, and so if we get up like 2 Calm Minds, we can really deal with this whole team. The Psyshock is the only move, though, that we have. I really wanted to have another move on there, but I thought Roost might have been more important. So I did want to have one more move on there, but Psyshock is our only move. It does hit everything on his team except for Malamar, so if he does bring Malamar, we have to get rid of that before we try to go for game. But yeah, Z Hypnosis could work out, and if it doesn't, I can just go for the Z Psyshock as well, if I want to do that. So that is going to be our team for this week. We're going to head into the battle, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Alrighty guys, we are here at the match. As you can see, my opponent brought Machamp, Mega Blastoise, Tornadus, Therian, Tapu Koko, Mudsdale, and Blissey, as we brought obviously the team on the screen. You guys can see it, and we're just going to lead off with our Raichu as he leads off with Mudsdale, so a bad lead matchup for us. I'm just going to go out into our, I believe, Gliscor. Yep, go out into Gliscor. I thought he got Stealth Rocks for some reason in this match, so I'm actually going to go for Taunt right here. And I don't know why I thought he got Stealth Rocks, because obviously he does not. He goes for Counter, so luckily it works out for us, because obviously the Counter would have hurt, and he's going to go for Heavy Slam right here. So if he went for Counter, then it would have done a lot. So I'm just going to switch out right here, I believe, into our Mew. No, I go out into Vaporeon, as he's going to go for the Heavy Slam. We can obviously take that, and I believe I go for Wish right here. So he's done being taunted, obviously, though. I found out that he doesn't get rocks. And, yeah, I'm just going to go for a Wish right here, as I believe he's going to go for Wish with his Blissey. And I'm just trying to switch out into our Gliscor, because I don't want this thing getting up rocks. It does get up rocks, though. He doesn't go for the Wish, he gets up rocks, and that's unfortunate. I'm still going to taunt, though. Oh, no, I do. I knock him out, because I don't want that mental... Oh, he has mental or to taunt. But I guess I go for knockoff. I completely forget this match. It was 2 weeks ago that I did this. But, okay, so I go out in the Klefki. as he's going to switch out into Blastoise. Obviously, this Mega Blastoise, I had a lot of problems with it last week, so we're just going to see how offensive he is. I'm going to go for Light Screen, as he's going to go for Scald, and he's pretty offensive to do 15%. Not super offensive, I believe, but he does have some investment. I can't remember. But I'm just going to start setting up my spikes because it is important. He predicts me to switch out there, so luckily we stay in. It's not like he can really touch us, so I'm just going to get up my spikes. I do Thunder Wave him just to see, to slow him down, even though I do outspeed him with most of my stuff. I just want to Thunder Wave him. Maybe we get some paralyzed hacks. As actually he's going to show off right here the refresh to stop his paralysis. So really good prep by him, I guess. But we still have that Light Screen up, so he can't really touch us, and I'm just going to keep getting this. Obviously, Psyshock does nothing, which shows that he does have a lot of investment. He's just going to keep getting rid of our spikes, but I definitely want to keep them up, so at some point he's going to have to either kill me or, you know, or we're going to get up the spikes and he's going to switch out. So I just need to make sure I have at least one layer up. I'm going to go out in the Raichu right here, expecting the Rapid Spin, and he's actually going to go for the Scald, so he does a lot of damage that I didn't want him to do, and he gets the early burn, which means our leftovers aren't going to count for anything. This match is going to be a huge stall war, so I am going to speed it up when it gets to that, but Raichu basically is going to, obviously, he handles this whole team, and with the Wish Protect set, it is going to do a lot to his team. So he's going to bring out the Mudsdale right here, and obviously I can't really take on the Mudsdale, so I'm just going to switch out into Vaporeon. You know, if he goes for Heavy Slam, that's the best play for me, and I believe I just go for the Wish right here, as he, oh no, I go for Scald. I was going to go for Wish, but I went for Scald, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, this match is from a long time ago, so he's going to go for Earthquake. I know I can Wish Protect up on this, so I am going to go for the Wish right here, most likely. I would think. Yeah. Alright, so I am going to go for the Wish right here, and I believe I go for Scald on this turn, maybe fishing for a burn. Nope, that's not what I do. This is what happens when you don't play for a while, or you don't watch the match before you record. He's going to make the hard switch out into Blastoise, actually, which is a good read, because I can't touch him with my Mega Glalie. However, the rocks doesn't really mind. I don't really mind taking the rocks. Hoping that I can get some Water Absorb health right here, but it's not going to happen, and Vaporeon's basically done for. At 30%, it's almost impossible to get up a Wish. However, he's going to let me do it because he's going to go out into the Mudsdale right here. And I know I can go for Scald right here and kill the Mudsdale or hit the switch in. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get that Wish up and I'm going to go up to 75%. Take toxic damage though. So we are looking like we're in a good spot in this match. However, Tapu Koko comes out and this is when the problems start. Tapu Koko is just such a good Pokemon. I'm going to go out in my Klefki. I don't want to over predict and have him go for like Ice, Hidden Power Ice or the U-turn. If I would have stayed in, it wouldn't have mattered. Like the same switching would have happened, and Vaporeon would have just taken more damage. I want to get some spikes out, so I believe I get a Light Screen right here, and then I'm gonna start trying to spike stack him as I believe he goes for Wish. Actually, I go for Side Shock because I know it can do some good damage. I'm surprised I didn't go for spikes right there because spikes are important in this match. But he's gonna go out into his Blastoise as I go for the spikes. So expecting the Rapid Spin, I believe. Actually, I don't remember what I do right here. Let's see. I go for the T-Wave. I want to make him have to go for other things besides Rapid Spin. So I go for T-Wave, maybe just having him like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? So I believe I go out into Glalie. No, not Glalie. Why would I say Glalie? I go out into Mew right here as he goes for the Rapid Spin. Unfortunately, I just can't seem to get up our hazards in this match. Blastoise is really good. And I'm going to start setting up Calm Minds. He probably has the Dark Pulse, however, he doesn't, and he has the Toxic, and of course he's paralyzed, so we can't synchronize that Toxic back onto him. So I'm just actually just going to go for it right here. You know, we can just start setting up Calm Minds. I know I'm going to die to Toxic at some point, but I need to kill something. I'm going to go for the Z Hypnosis to boost my speed, and I'm just going to see if we can kill some things with Side Shock. I know I probably pulled the trigger way too early on this, and I do that a lot with setup mons. But I thought maybe a +3 Thigh Shock or +2 Thigh Shock could do like 50%, and it's not going to. It's only going to do about 40%. Yeah, and we're not going to be able to take down this Blastoise. So unfortunately, our Z Hypnosis Mew isn't going to work out. In fact, we're not even going to be able to kill the Blastoise because it's going to wake up this turn and take us out after Toxic. So unfortunately, we are not able to pick up any kills with Mew. But we do get to threaten this thing out with a Thunderbolt as he's going to go out into his Blissey. So Blissey isn't going to be able to stay around much longer. Of course, it can get up a wish right now, and I can't really let that happen, so I believe I go for Toxic. Yep. And now we're going to be able to stall this thing out a little bit better if he does not have Heal Bell. So we're going to see right here if he has Heal Bell or not. And he's not. He's going to go for the Seismic Toss, so he will get his wish. However, that toxic damage will start racking up as we just went for our wish so that we're going to get some health back too. I'm just going to go for Protect, expecting the Seismic Toss again. Actually, he sets up a wish. So I actually did expect him to go for a Seismic Toss because he should have realized at this point that Raichu does actually stop most of his team. He does show he's Natural Cure, obviously. And I believe I just go for Thunderbolt, do some good damage to Machamp. Machamp right now, the one thing standing in between a Mega Glalie sweep right now, as well as Coco. And he is a Flame Orb variant, so we have a lot of tough time dealing with him. I hope that Gliscor can take some hints. And actually, Facade's going to do way more than I was predicting. He's max attack Adamant. And we are going to be able to go for this right here. Go for the Roost. And Ice Punch isn't going to do that much because it's only 2 times effective if we go for Roost. So I figured, alright, we'll just let him take some burn damage right here. I don't really know what to do. At this point in the match, I'm like super lost. I know that I'm healing up a little tiny bit more. And I'm just like, alright, he's now in Ice Shard range. And or he's in Ice Shard range and 12% more, but I know I can take a hit with something else, or I can do some damage with Glalie. I didn't want to see, like, go out and do to Glalie in case he had Bullet Punch. He does show off Bullet Punch right here. And at this point, I'm like, alright, we need just a tiny bit more damage of burn to put him in Ice Shard range. I can do this. I can get him in that tiny bit more damage. I go out in the Vaporeon, I Protect. At this point, Raichu and Mega Glalie need to put the team on their back and win this match for me. I need to somehow win this match. Like, there's very little chance of it happening. Maybe I can catch Blissey on a switch in, or I need to kill that Mega Blastoise with Raichu, and Tapu Koko is just something I believe if I can't keep Raichu around, I can't really deal with. So we are going to catch Blissey on the switch, which is really nice because it's going to take a tiny bit more damage. However, it is going to be able to wish up on us, so that's unfortunate, but we are going to get one last wish off as Vaporeon is going to go down to Toxic. I'm going to make the Protect play, and I believe I get my... Do I get my wish before I die to Toxic? Yeah. So I am going to stay around a little bit longer with Vaporeon. He's going to go out in the Mega Blastoise, though. I know I can't really do much more. He goes for Rapid Spin. Not really knowing why he went for Rapid Spin, but that's a thing that happens. So we get the Blissey in on the switch again, and we're going to go for the burn. Like I said, this match is going to be a lot of stall near the end right here. And our Vaporeon just going to end up having to go down right now as we get the burn, which is really nice. He's going to go for Wish, but he's not going to be able to Protect because we knocked off those leftovers. And actually, I believe he still would get the Wish, but yeah, we're going to go out into our Mega Glalie. I'm going to go for the Frustration. If I went for Freeze Dry right here, we could have two-shot the Blastoise, but I don't know why. If I went for Freeze Dry right there, that would have been the best play, but I don't know. I probably should have. I don't know why I didn't actually. But we're going to go out into our Raichu right here, and it's just going to be a stall war. I can Wish Protect up against this thing all day long. Unfortunately, like we did get burnt early, so that Leftovers isn't going to do anything for us. But we can Wish Protect up on this thing and hopefully just take it down. I need my Raichu at like 40% to be able to take down Coco. So that's important, and I need to obviously conserve my PP so that I still have some moves left to take down the Tapu Koko. So Raichu's just going to have to try to take down everything right now, or get everything into range of Ice Shard from Mega Glalie. So I need him at some point to go out into Tapu Koko. Unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. He's not going to go out into Coco. And Coco's the last thing that I really need damage on. Tornadus is going to go for his Z Rain Dance right here and boost his speed, but that's not really going to help him too much unless he can get some flinches or some hacks other ways. So he's going to get a flinch on his first Dark Pulse right here, and this is really unfortunate. I go for Wish right here again, and we don't get flinch out this time, so that's nice. And I believe I go for the Protect this turn because I did not want to risk him going for something else. He shows off Hurricane, which I figured he had, and if we don't get confused, then we can win this match, I think. Unfortunately, we're going to get confused right here, and now this match just got a whole lot harder because we kill the Tornadus, and he gets a free switch out into something like Mega Blastoise, which can now kill us. I need to get a Wish off at some point, I need to get a wish off on this next turn. And if I don't get the wish, or I can't, I'm going to lose this match. Like, I need to outstall this thing. I knew I couldn't do that, though, so I go for Thunderbolt. The only way I win this match is if I get the Paralyzed. I get the Paralyzed. I'm like, alright, I might be able to win this match now with Mega Glalie. I'm going to keep Raichu around just in case I can wish up on the Coco. I'm going to go out, and Blastoise gets paralyzed again, and I feel so bad. Like, he got paralyzed, I believe, 3 turns in a row, and it's terrible. He's going to go out into Machamp. We're going to go for the Ice Shard, and now it's down to 2v1 against Tapu Koko. Now, guys, I just figured this was going to be a standard Tapu Koko set. I figured it was going to be Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, like U-Turn, something else. The U-Turn, I didn't calc the damage, and I probably should have, because if I did calc the damage from earlier when he went for U-Turn on my Klefki, if I could have calced the damage, I would have realized he was a max attack variant, and I would have realized that my Mega Glalie could live this hit. Now, if he went for Wild Charge right here, my Mega Glalie wouldn't have lived the hit, but then he would have locked himself into Wild Charge because he was Scarf variant, and we would have won this match. So I should have realized that the only way he could have won this match was to go for Brave Bird, and I didn't recognize that at the moment. I thought I had lost this match. So I'm going to make a stupid play, and I'm actually going to switch out in the Raichu right here, and we're going to lose this match because of it, because my Mega Glalie would have lived a Brave Bird from the Tapu Koko, or at least it would have been a roll at 51%. It was a roll in my favor, and I could have went for frustration and won the match. Unfortunately, we're going to lose this match 1-0, and we're going to drop the match. So basically, at this point, playoffs look very slim for us, unless both of our opponents lose. Now, I'll tell you that Mandy lost her match to Heyyy. She was facing the undefeated Kansas City Kartanas, and she was not able to beat them. And Byron was facing Pokemaster Mike, the Charlotte Charizards, who had already clinched playoffs, but Mike said that he was going to try as hard as possible because Buff tried as hard as possible against me. So we're going to watch the match right now. I'm going to pull it up, and we'll see how it went, and then we'll talk about playoffs after that. Alrighty, guys, so at this point, I have a +5 differential, and Byron has a +3 differential. So if Byron loses this match, then I will make playoffs. If Byron wins 1-0, I will make playoffs. If Byron wins 2-0 or better, Byron will make playoffs. So basically, if he does make playoffs, then he's going to have to face Mike next week as well, and then, you know, they go in the semifinals, in the finals after that. If he does lose this match, we will be in the playoffs, even though we did lose against Buff this week. So it's a really close scenario right here. I believe everyone knew what they were playing for, so I'm just going to play this match right here. He's going to lead off with Mega Lopunny, as Charlotte's going to lead off with his Rotom. Of course, Scrappy is going to get by the fact that he's a ghost, and I believe Mike was just trying to go for a Will-O-Wisp, which he was going to get off, but on to the Nidoking, not onto the Lopunny. He's going to switch out right here into the Gastrodon, as the Nidoking does reveal that it is a physical variant, not a special variant, which I believe most of the time it is physical, but I know you can run it special. There's going to be a double right here out into Cresselia, as he predicts the Psychic type move from the Latios. And then, yeah, this match is just going to go back and forth. Byron's a really good player, as you guys saw against our match. We did beat Charlotte 5-0 in our match against him this season, but he's very good. He's an excellent battler, and we just got a really early start against him. So Mike's really good. Byron's really good. Byron, I feel like, is a lot better than what his record showed. He had a lot of hacks against him this season, so I knew that Byron definitely had a chance to win this match. Cresselia is going to go on the offensive right here, just try to do a bunch of damage. Byron's going to go for the never-ending Nightmare, and the Crest is going to live just barely, but it's not going to matter because Mike went for the Calm Mind. So Mike's actually going to lose his Crest right here as the Mismagius takes it out. So he's going to go out in his Rotom, revealing that he's probably a Scarf Rotom, and go for the Shadow Ball onto the Rotom Wash. And Mike's just going to make the play out into Gastrodon. Of course, his Gastrodon is a physically defensive answer to the Lopunny, so he's going to switch out, and Mike's going to go for the double into Gastrodon. He's got the Mega Gastrodon. Hyper Voice will kill that Rotom Wash depending on the spread. He does get the critical hit, which didn't really matter because we calculated afterwards, and it would have killed anyways. And he's actually going to kill the Mismagius as well, so Mega Gardevoir gets some good kills right here. We're getting closer and closer to him being at that 1-0. And so we just need Mike to kill 3 more Pokemon and we make playoffs. If he doesn't do that, then Byron's going to make playoffs. Of course, Gastrodon's going to go down, or Gastrodon's going to be able to take this Nidoking on very well. He's got that Rocky Helmet, which is really nice. And I think Byron's just trying to get as much damage off as possible so that he can win this match with Mega Lopunny. And it's now a 3-0 or three Pokemon left on his team. He's going to go out into Latias. He's going to do only 45%, so it means Gastrodon is going to be able to recover up that damage, but it is toxic. He's going to go for Side Shock again, do that damage to the what do you call it? Galvantula, and he's actually going to kill it after taking a lot. Of course, Scarf Rotom comes back out, probably going to go for the Volt Switch, and it does, as the Incineroar comes in. Goes out into his Electivire, reveals the Scarf, I believe. Yeah, the Scarf on Electivire, which is absolutely crazy. Oh no, he wasn't Scarfed Electivire. He goes for Ice Punch right there, and as you guys can see, it's now a 1-0, and we automatically make playoffs. Even if Byron does win this match, we make playoffs because we beat him by 1 differential point. I feel really bad because, as you guys are going to see, Byron is going to win this match. So Byron finished 6-5. We finished 6-5. Unfortunately, Byron is going to make I'm going to make playoffs over Byron just because of 1 differential point. Even though he did beat me head-to-head, we went to differential first. So Byron is going to win this match. However, he's going to not make playoffs, and I feel really bad about it. But we are going to make playoffs, guys. We're going to the quarterfinals against the Pokemaster Mike. Obviously, Mike is a great battler. You guys saw him in this match. So, yeah, we're going to face him in the playoffs next week. So hopefully, guys did all enjoy this week. We are going to be playing in the playoffs, so should be pretty cool. But hopefully, guys did all enjoy. I'm out for now. Peace.